Hey there, it's Sean Osborn, and welcome to another episode of the Thinking Big podcast. And today we are talking about unlocking the secret level in the game of life and becoming the absolute best version of yourself. So are you ready? Because this is going to be a game changer.
Welcome to the Thinking Big podcast with Sean Osborn, the show helping you think bigger into your life and potential. Sean believes by equipping you with the tools, strategies, and philosophies required to be successful in all aspects of your life, you can achieve anything you believe in. Empowering our own growth makes a deeply positive and lasting impact on our lives, community, and our world. Now, here's Sean.
Hey, Thinking Big listeners, this episode is brought to you by The Secrets of Success. This community is designed for individuals who seek more than just fleeting motivation and are ready to actively pursue their goals with certainty without sacrificing fulfillment. If you are not just content with liking motivational content, but are committed to becoming the change you wish to see in this world, it offers a blend of historical wisdom, practical application, and a supportive community for personal and professional growth. Just click on the link in the show notes to get more information. Let me ask you something. Have you ever felt like you're meant for something more? Like there's this incredible person inside you just waiting to break free? Well, I've got news for you. That person is real, and today we are going to learn how to unleash that person. Now, I want you to imagine for a moment, picture yourself 5, 10, or even 20 years from now. Who do you see? And what kind of life are you living? What have you accomplished, and how do you feel? This isn't just daydreaming, my friends. This is the first step in creating the roadmap to greatness. You see, most people go through life just on autopilot. They wake up, they go to work, come home, watch some TV, and then do it all over again the very next day. They're living, but they are not truly alive. They're existing, but they're not thriving. And do you know why? Because they have never taken the time to define what it is they really want to do and what it is they really want to be. And I'm going to let you in on a little secret. You will never become your best self by accident. You will never become great by accident. Never. It doesn't just happen. You don't just stumble upon greatness. You have to consciously create it. And that starts with having a crystal clear vision of who you want to become. Now, I know what some of you might be thinking. Sean, I am too busy. I've got bills to pay, kids to feed, a job to do, and I don't have time to just sit around and dream about the future. But let me tell you something. You can't afford not to do this. Because if you don't take control of your life's direction, you're going to end up wherever it blows you. Wherever the wind blows you, wherever people say, that's where you're going to end up. And trust me, that's rarely where you want to be yourself. So here's what we're going to do. We're going to create a strategy, a master plan for your life. And we're not just talking about your career or your finances. We're talking about every single aspect of your existence, your health, your relationships, your spiritual life, your intellectual growth, everything. Now, I want you to grab a pen and paper if you're not driving, of course, because we're about to do an exercise that could change your life forever. So are you ready? Are you sure? If you're driving, pull over. Do not do this while you're driving. Okay, now I want you to close your eyes for a moment and take a deep breath. And I want you to envision the absolute best version of yourself that you know deep down in your soul that you are capable of becoming. What does this person look like? How do they carry themselves? What kind of energy do they radiate? And now get specific. What's their daily routine? What kind of work are they doing? How do they, treat their bodies? What kind of relationships do they have? And don't hold back. Dream big, because remember, we're not talking about who you are right now. We are talking about who you have the potential to become. Now open your eyes. Now I want you to write down every single thing that you saw, every detail, no matter how small it might be. Because here's the secret. You can't hit the target if you can't see it. And by clearly defining this ideal version of yourself, you are creating the target. That's what you're doing. When you do this, you are actually creating the target. You're giving your subconscious mind a clear direction to move towards, to go to. And let me share a personal story with you. For years, I was just like many of you. I was hustling, grinding, always chasing the next big thing. And I went from starting, a tech company to managing teams in some very big companies. And from the outside, it probably looked like I had it all figured out. But the truth is, I was lost. I was stuck in the cycle of highs and lows. One minute I'd be on top of the world. The next I'd be burnt out, drinking too much, neglecting my health. And do you know why? Because I never took the time to define who I really wanted to be. I was so focused on achieving the next goal, making the next dollar, and I lost sight of the bigger picture. I was working hard, sure, but I was working hard in all the wrong directions. It wasn't until 33 or so that I realized that something had to change. I had accomplished so much, yet felt very empty. I was back at square one financially. My health was, a roller coaster, and I felt completely unfilled. And that's when it hit me that I had never taken the time to truly define what success meant to me. I had never created a vision for my life that went beyond the next paycheck or the next big business deal. So I did exactly what I'm asking you to do right now. I sat down. I started envisioning the man I wanted to become. I saw myself building businesses that I was truly passionate about and not just chasing the next big payday. I saw myself healthy, balanced, and truly happy. And you know what? Once I had that vision, everything changed. It wasn't overnight, but having that clear picture who I wanted to become gave me something to strive for, something to, go towards. It gave me the North Star to guide my decisions and my actions. And here's where it gets really exciting. As I started to pursue this vision, as I started to make choices aligned with the man that I wanted to become, I began to feel an incredible, incredible energy. It was like the universe was conspiring to help me. Opportunities started to appear. The right people came into my life. And bit by bit, I started to transform into that person that I had envisioned. When I finally became that person, when I looked in the mirror and realized I was growing into the man that I always knew I could be, it was the most incredible feeling in the world. It was pure purpose-driven satisfaction. But it didn't stop there, because once I reached that level, I realized I could see even further now. I had a new vision, an even greater vision of myself to strive for. And that's the beauty of this process. It's not about reaching some final destination. It's about continuing to grow, a continuous improvement. It's about always striving to be, better today than you were yesterday. Now, I can already hear some of you saying, but Sean, what if I don't know what I want to do? What if I can't see the future version of myself? And to that, I say, start where you are. Start with what you know. Maybe you're not sure about every aspect of your life, but I bet there's at least one area where you have a clear desire for improvement. Start there. Maybe you want to be healthier. Great. What does that look like to you? Do you see yourself running marathons, practicing yoga every day, cooking nutritious meals for your family? Get specific. Paint the picture in vivid details. Build a memory of that future. Or maybe it's your career. You might not know exactly what job title that you want, but you probably have a good idea of how you want to feel in your work. Do you want to be challenged, creative, making a difference in the world? Start with those feelings and work backwards. What kind of career would give you those experiences? The key is to start. Don't let perfectionism or uncertainty hold you back. Your vision will evolve and become clear over time. It becomes clear with action. The important thing is to begin the process. Now, once you have this vision, once you've defined, who you want to become, the next step is to build a strategy to get there. And this is where a lot of people falter. They have a vague idea of what they want, but they never create a concrete plan to achieve it. So here's what I want you to do. Take that vision that you've created and break it down into actionable steps. If you've envisioned yourself as a successful entrepreneur, what skills do you need to develop? What connections do you need to make? If you see yourself as a loving partner and parent, what habits do you need to cultivate? What behaviors do you need to change? Create a roadmap. Set milestones. Give yourself deadlines. Because a dream without a plan is just a wish, but a dream with a solid strategy behind it. Now that's a goal, and goals are achievable. But, and this is crucial, you have to be willing to put in the work. Creating the vision and the strategy is important, but it's only the beginning. The magic actually happens when you start taking consistent action towards becoming that person that you've envisioned. And let me tell you, it won't always be easy. I can guarantee it won't be easy. There will be days when you want to give up, when it feels like you're not making any progress and everything is just falling around you. But that's when you need to dig deep. That's when you need to remind yourself of that vision, because the person you want to become is waiting for you on the other side of those challenges. Now, I want you to address something very important. I want you to look at this. As you're going through this process, as you're working towards becoming this ideal version of yourself, you might find some people in your life that aren't supportive. How many people have been there? They might question why you're changing, why you're pushing yourself so hard, and that's okay. Because the truth is, not everyone will understand your journey. Not everyone is ready to think big and chase their dreams. But don't let that stop you. Surround yourself with the people who support your vision, who encourage your growth. Seek out mentors and role models who have achieved what you want to achieve. Create an environment that nurtures your aspirations. And remember, this journey of personal growth and transformation isn't just about you. As you become the best version of yourself, you'll be in a better position to help others, to make a positive impact on the world for them. And your growth will inspire others to grow. Your success will show others what is possible. Now, I want to circle back to something I had mentioned earlier, and I told you that I would share what it feels like when you actually become the person that you've envisioned. And let me tell you, it is an experience unlike anything else. When you look in the mirror and realize that you've become the person that you always knew you could be, it's like every cell in your body is vibrating with energy and purpose. You are in the zone. It's a feeling of deep and profound satisfaction, but it's not the kind of satisfaction that makes you want to sit back and rest on your laurels. No, it's the kind of satisfaction that makes you want to reach even higher, to see how much further that you can go. Because here is the beautiful thing. Once you've achieved that vision, once you become that person, you realize that you're capable of so much more than you ever even imagined. You've proven to yourself that you can transform your life, that you can make your dreams a reality. And that knowledge, that self-belief is an incredible, incredible power. And for me, that's the true meaning of success. It's like you've unlocked the secret level in the game of life. Suddenly, possibilities that seemed out of reach before are now within your grasp. You start to see opportunities everywhere. You approach challenges with confidence, knowing that you have the ability to overcome them and anything else. But perhaps the most amazing part is how it affects every aspect of your life. When you become the best version of yourself, it doesn't just impact your career or your bank account. It transforms your relationships, your health, your spiritual life, everything, because you're showing up as the best self in every situation, in every interaction that you have. And let me tell you, the ripple effect of this transformation is incredible. Your relationships become deeper and more meaningful. Your work becomes more fulfilling. You find yourself with more energy, more passion, more joy. Life becomes an exciting adventure rather than just a series of obligations that you need to go slog through. And this is something that took me by surprise, because the ideal version of yourself doesn't mean you're done growing. In fact, it's quite the opposite. Because once you've reached that level, once you've experienced what it's like to truly live your best life, you realize that there is always room for more and more growth, more improvement, more expansion. It's like climbing a mountain. You work hard, push yourself, overcome obstacles, you reach the summit, and then when you get there, the view is breathtaking. You feel on top of the world, but then you look out and you see other peaks in the distance, peaks you couldn't see from the bottom, and you realize your journey isn't over. There are new heights to reach, new challenges to overcome, new versions of yourself to become. And that, my friends, is the true beauty of this process. It's not about reaching some final perfect state. It's about constant growth, constant evolution. It's about waking up each day excited to see how you can just get a little bit better than you were yesterday. So as we wrap up this episode, I want to leave you with a challenge. Take some time this week, and I mean really take some time. Don't just squeeze it in between other tasks to define your vision. Who do you want to become? What kind of life do you want to live? And what impact do you want to make on the world? Write it down. Make it as detailed and as vivid as possible. Then start creating your strategy. What steps do you need to take to become that person? What habits do you need to develop? What skills do you need to acquire? And then, most importantly, take massive action now, immediately. The second you do it, start taking action. Start today. Even if it's just a small step, take it. Because every journey, no matter how long, begins with a single step. Remember, you have greatness within you. You have the power to become whoever you want to be. But the power remains dormant until you define your vision and take action to make that a reality. So are you ready? Are you ready to think big? Are you ready to become the best version of yourself? Because I believe in you and I know you have what it takes. Now it's time for you to believe in yourself and make it happen. Until next time, this is Sean Osborn reminding you to think big and do it every single day. Your best self is waiting for you. Go out there and become the person you were always meant to be.